Well, the weather causing problems for search crews as our big story list rolls on. Tonight, the search is on pause until tomorrow morning because of the storms and the swift current of the Tennessee River. Loudon County deputies plan to resume their effort around 8 tomorrow morning. That search that we're talking about is for 2 teens missing after a police chase. It's now become a recovery operation, with investigators saying they've seen no evidence the teens who reportedly jumped into the river ever came out of the water. Today, we're told the search included sonar scans and a remotely operated vehicle, but it was tough going with water being released from Fort Loudon Dam. Now, a Knox County Sheriff's Office helicopter joined in the effort as well. Deputies say they used boats to scan the river downstream from the I-75 bridge, where a stolen car was found abandoned early yesterday morning. A witness spotted one teen. Deputies arrested him. The teen said that he and 2 others jumped into the water from the Tennessee River Bridge after the chase. Now, if you have any information that can help out law enforcement tonight, you need to call 865-458-9081. Well, a big next step in the effort to build a new school in Knox County. The vote happening about 90 minutes ago at the Knox County School Board meeting, with board members okaying a deal worth nearly $44 million to build a new elementary school for the Farragut community. The school will be built on the piece of property that you see outlined in red, with Boring Road on one side. Village Commons Boulevard leads you into the site from Kingston Pike to the south. This is all sitting behind the Farragut Town Square Shopping Center, a few blocks south and west of the current Farragut Primary School. Now, it would be to be able to hold between 1,200 to 1,400 students. Farragut community signaled support for a new school last year. At the time, some Farragut parents complained of space issues at existing schools. The contract that was passed tonight is with Merit Construction. Of course, we'll be sure to keep you updated on the progress. Immigration confusion as our Big 7 at 7 list rolls on for you. With all the talk about tighter immigration enforcement and more people being deported, you might be surprised to learn that a West Knoxville Immigration and Customs Enforcement office is closed. We went to the location on Prosperity Drive and were told that it was no longer taking appointments for immigration services. Although there was no sign on the door talking about closures, there were various different QR codes. Now, we all called the number listed, only to get a message saying that the line was disconnected. Now, one immigration attorney we spoke to says the lack of communication about the situation does not help.
It would be very confusing to anyone. And if I have a client, I'm going to go there with their appointment with them. And I would advise aliens who have an appointment, if you're represented by counsel, have them go with you.
6 News did reach out to ICE for a statement about the West Knoxville office this morning and this afternoon. We have not yet received a response. Well, the search for a wanted man next on our big story list for you. Police say they are looking for Willie Tolbert after a report of a shooting that happened yesterday. Police responded to an alley on Brooks Avenue. That's where they say Tolbert fired at 2 men. Neither was hit. Now, we're told following the shooting, Tolbert left in a black Mercedes with Washington State tags. Tolbert is wanted for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder, possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, and additional charges. Anyone with information concerning Tolbert's whereabouts is asked to contact East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. The number 865-215-7165, and you can remain anonymous. Well, another sign of big changes coming to Knoxville's Old City. A plot of land near the new Covenant Health Park was rezoned today in a Knox County Planning Commission meeting. The area, located just off Magnolia and Randolph Street, used to be zoned industrial mixed use, will now be incorporated as a part of downtown Knoxville. Now, with the new stadium opening in just a few days, the developers of this area say it will be a catalyst for new development.
Is kind of this interesting connector between Old City, the new stadium, the Magnolia corridor, 4th and Gill, and so it does kind of lend itself to mixed use, in that people really can start to occupy that area. And we all know that there are challenges with parking, and just it allows for certain developments to be able to kind of work with those challenges and create some solutions for the area.
Changing the zoning of this area will also make way for taller buildings, as there are fewer height restrictions for buildings zoned in downtown Knoxville compared to industrial areas. Well, as we count down to opening day at the new ballpark, we are learning the Knoxville Police Department's new mounted patrol officers will hit the streets on Tuesday, and the unit will be at the Knoxville Smokies' first game at Covenant Health Park. By the way, KPD says their training has lasted nearly 10 weeks. Meanwhile, there is still some last-minute work happening in and around the multi-use stadium ahead of opening day. Retractable bollards are being installed along Central, and the city is saying to be prepared for temporary road closures over the next few days. Of course, we're going to broadcast the Knoxville Smokies' first game at Covenant Health Park right here on WATE 6. That game less than a week away. Pre-game coverage begins for you Tuesday night at 7. This leads up to the first pitch, and again, you'll be able to watch it all right here on WATE. Another TVA leadership shakeup on our Big 7 story list for you tonight. This time, the authority parting ways with its executive vice president. A U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission document shows David Fountain's tenure ended April 2nd. A no-fault separation agreement was finalized on Monday. Now, we have been telling you about changes to TVA leadership after Senators Marsha Blackburn and Bill Hagerty published an op-ed attacking TVA in Power magazine. 2 TVA board members were recently fired at the direction of President Trump, leaving the board without enough members to form a quorum. This means it currently does not have the power to direct TVA into new areas of activity, to embark on new programs, or to change TVA's existing direction. Meanwhile, in the face of pressure from lawmakers and the president, TVA has named a new senior vice president and chief of government relations. 6 News confirming Justin Meyerhofer's promotion this afternoon.